Hi YouTube family. I wanted to introduce to you Dreamer. She is a half sibling to Farrago. She is a 5-year-old Mustang. She comes from Cook Mountain to Wyoming, and I wanted to show you her and let you guys meet her before she is going off to training. I'm excited but nervous for her. She this will be her first time. She's kind of away from home for a while, but when she comes back we'll start doing her training her for mountain shooting. She has a lot of go to her, so I figured she'll be the one to train for that. Also, I think she'll be a really good workhorse too with her. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about trainers. I like to have my horses all the groundwork completely done, really gentle, like she's just calm and gentle right now. Riding, I already riding on her, and I'll show you a little bit of that today. I want just to have a really solid base to her before they go off to training. It just makes me feel a little bit better, just because then I know when they come back they'll have a lot more done to them. The trainer can get a lot farther with them, and she does fine with the horse trailer. So I've only had her for a year and 2 months so far. I just got her title, so we're really excited about that. And I usually take the year to do all my groundwork and get on them and get them going the way I want them to go. So there is no, I want to lessen the impact on what training has to be. So, and it just makes them more gentle. They connect to you a little bit better. I play around. I'm not an expert at Liberty. I just play around with Liberty. The Mustangs really spawn to that because it's a give and take. And if you do give and take with Mustangs, it seems like it works out a lot better. So we do a lot of Liberty, and especially when I start them out, I do approach and I back up and I draw them to me. It just seems like it just helps them realize that it's not a big deal and they can trust you. When she came to me, she was a little older, so she was 4. It took her a little bit to get used to all the signals and get used to me, but after she figured out I wasn't there to romp on her or anything like that, she was fine with me. We built up a trust. When you guys do pick out a trainer, please do your homework, please. I can't stress that enough. The trainer she's going to will do weekly video, so I'll get a weekly update. She's pretty close to me. She's only about less than an hour away, so I can go visit her anytime. And they also are going to have them her stalled by herself. I know some trainers like to put them all together, and I don't know. My experience, I have a herd at home. She has buddies at home, so she doesn't need extra exposures to horses. So she doesn't need to be with other horses, and I'd rather her not. Going to a strange place for a couple months is not going to make a big difference in what she learns on acting around other horses. Not going to make a difference. So I'd rather have her by herself where she's safe. She's not around other animals at all. Well, she'll be around. She'll have a horse beside her and a horse beside her, but she won't be in the same stall. And that keeps them getting hurt to a minimum when they're gone. Horses are expensive. Even getting a wild Mustang, you still have to put the training in them. You still put the food in them. You still put the shots, the care, the vet. You don't need any extra vet bills when they're away. And one of my things was, when I was looking around, I noticed a lot of them want to put them in where they do group feeding, so they don't have to worry about feedings and stuff like that. And I understand that point, because then they can just go grab a horse and work with them. But then you have that one time that another horse decides to kick your horse in the knees in a smaller space when they're eating, can ruin your horse for a lifetime. And then you'll have vet bills and stuff like that. So I just rather her be by herself, in a stall by herself. It's not going to be a very long time. It's only going to be a couple months. She's going to be gone. And I'll miss her, because she's my girl. And I can go and see her at least anytime I want. And they also have, they made it such a business that they also have a contract with you, so you and the trainer has an understanding what they're going to be doing and what she's going to be doing, what they're going to be working up to, goals that you want to work up to. So it's really nice. I also going to go down there and do a couple of riding lessons with them just to see where she's at and ride her around. I mean, if they're not willing to do that kind of stuff for you guys, I wouldn't go with them. I know the two individuals that she'll be staying with. I actually know them from some of the shows I've been going to, so I already know how they ride their horses and how they treat them, and that's the main thing. I would actually go to an event and check out the trainer. If they're at an event doing a training horse, go see how they ride that horse. See how that horse responds to them. If you see something funny or you don't like, at least then you know not to send your horse to them. And it's so important. I can't stress that enough. I'm really, really excited for her to come back, and I'll send you guys video updates, and when I get videos of her getting trained, I'll send you those and stuff, just to show you what she's doing. But yeah, so she's gonna go away for 2 months and then come back a different horse. I also think it matures their mind a lot when they get away, like getting away from mommy. She's only known me. Getting away from me for a couple months is going to help her mature, especially her mind. It's just going to help her along a lot. We also did the challenge, the Sweetheart Challenge that Wyoming does with their Mustangs. So she should be getting a ribbon and a shirt. It hasn't showed up yet from that. It's called the Sweetheart Challenge. It was for Valentine's Day. So we're waiting for that, and that will be her first ribbon. I will show you that when it comes in. I'll throw it in one of my videos, or one of the videos I do with her, so you guys can see that. Wyoming does have, I didn't know this, Wyoming does have a Mustang association. So you can look it up on the internet. I'll leave a contact down on the bottom of the description, so you guys can look them up and see what their organization's all about. And I thought that was pretty cool, and that's how I found out about the competition. And so we did that. And now I'm just getting up on the saddle. I just wanted to show you guys how she's riding. She's doing really well with her riding.
I was going to show you some groundwork, but with the mud, we were having problems with the mud. And with the Mustang, I take this pretty slow. I just give him treats, give him confidence. And right there, I have a little problem of getting her to get going. But she does. I don't think she really wanted to ride in the mud, but she did really well today. I don't blame her. I was sticking to the mud too. It was a mess. And when you guys are working with them, I like to make sure all the groundwork is pretty solid before I start riding them. I've learned in the past that as long as you do all of your groundwork and get them solid on the ground, usually they don't even have a problem with you getting on their back. They just think it's a game and you just get on and you start riding. Even the first day, she had no issues, no bucking, no taking off, not even being scared. She was confident. She's still confident. She only has around 20 rides on her, and she's greener than green, but she's very confident. So if you do all of your groundwork on at the beginning, that's why I've learned in the past, taking a year and letting them have that learning year of just doing groundwork and being around pays off in the long run. You don't have the issues that you run into of them spooking and being jumpy at everything. And it's a lot safer. I'm older now. My birthday's coming up too fast for me. I'll be 50. And it'll be next month. So I don't need any horse that's going to be over spooky and stuff like that. So I do concentrate on the groundwork. And you see in her riding, she's really walking out and she's really confident about it. And she's like a game to her right now. Before I send them off to trainers, I like to have a good couple rides on them. Today we didn't ride very long because of the mud, but she did everything she's supposed to do. I call that the wind. We win this today because there's nothing that happened or nothing exciting. I would have asked her to move forward a little bit faster today, but with the mud, I figured trotting wouldn't be a very good ideal. And she's listening to me, she's picking up all my cues, I'm clucking at her. And she's walking on and doing really well. Right there, I was just rewarding her, giving her a treat. In circles and disengaging hindquarters is a really good exercise for them. And if I have any issues, what I like to do is I just slow down. Right now I'm just disengaging her hindquarters. And she does really well on that. And when I'm doing that, I'm actually putting my leg on her so she starts picking up cues on the legs. And if she did start having problems, I would have just backed up and went slower.
Now you can see she's only had probably about maybe 20 good rides on her, or a little bit more than that. But she's being a really good girl. And I found out her favorite thing. Cookies. She likes her cookies. And I'm just using a side pull on her. She is used to a bit, but I like using a side pull during the winter time because it's too cold for a bit. And usually I use bits when they're showing and stuff. They know what they are, they just don't. I just don't use them. But she got the gist of it.
Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comment below.